everyone. So this week we'll be looking more at your functionalities in Word, and we want to exploring our insert tab by doing a few exercises. So we're also going to talk about inserting a picture into your document. So we are going to do this from the insert tab, and we're choosing the picture command, and you can insert a picture from your computer, from a file on your computer, a USB flash drive, or you can also insert a picture from the internet. So for today, we're going to insert a picture from my computer. So we click, and on my desktop, which is already selected, I have a picture, and I'm just going to double click, or you could click insert and your picture is now inserted into your Word document. We want to resize this picture because if you notice we're not able to see it clearly. Let me zoom out and it will probably see it some more. Remember, you use the option down here to zoom out and zoom in. So I'm actually at 60% now. So that's my zoom level, right? And to resize the picture, we can go to the size command and we click here to resize. Another option is to drag our edges in and we have our picture resize. Notice that we have other commands on our format tab that we can use, and one of those commands is corrections, and you can click your drop down to choose um, the a picture, and I chose a bright picture, and right there my image changed and it's now brighter than it originally was. You can adjust your color. There's color saturation, there are tones, and we do 200% saturation, and you see our picture change as well. And you also have artistic effects. So if I were to click there, the our picture change, and that's our artistic effect. But we're going to undo that. If we click or undo on our quick access toolbar, we return to our original format that we had in the first place. All right, so what I want you to do is to practice, um, because we repetition um, is good, especially when you're doing work on the computer, so you can keep practicing. I went to quick styles just now, and if you notice, they changed the overall look of my picture. And if you're not liking that, what you can do is click undo and it returns to the original way it was. You also have picture border, so if I were to click here, then I would have border around my picture. And if you look, you can actually see the border. I can make my border thicker. So if I were to go here and choose the thicker line right there, my border is thicker than the first one selected. So there are a lot of different things that you can actually do to make your picture more appealing to the eyes, or you can or make it brighter. So whatever you choose to do with your picture, it's okay, you know, as long as you're practicing and you're learning how to edit your picture once you insert it into the document. We're going to so if you also want to do a second copy of your picture, we can do right click on our mouse, select our picture, then we right click, it copy, and then we right click again and it paste. And right there you will notice that an identical picture of your an identical image is now on your page, right? So let's zoom some more. So we're going to increase it. We can close the format text right there, and we're going to zoom so you can see much clearer. And there it is, very clear on the screen. So we go to insert our picture. Just to repeat, we go insert pictures, you click picture tab, picture command, and you choose picture from your computer or your USB flash drive, and you insert it into your document. Next, we want to continue on the insert tab, and this time what we're going to do is to insert table. And as you notice, the table is next to the picture to the left, and we're going to click our table command, and I want us to do a 2 by 3. That means it's 2 rows and 3 column, two column and 3 rows. So that's what we're going to do right here. And if I click, then it appears, my 2 columns and my 3 rows appear in my document. Now I want to add another column, and what I do, I right click and I click insert, and then click insert to the right. Say you also want to add another row. There are different ways you can do that. You can right click and click insert, and you can do insert rows above, and or you could put your cursor at the end of a row, you click enter, and another row will be added. So your cursor is here, you click enter, and you have a new row right there. If you were to put it at the end, you do the same thing, a new row is added. So if you're typing and you need a row, because you missed something, and instead of deleting, the easy way is to put your cursor at the end of the row, their first row, click enter, or put your cursor at before the where you need to add the row, and then you can click enter and it adds another row. We want to do some quick table style, because say you want to make your table fancier, um, you want to do something different. Right here we have table styles. We have plain tables at the top, and then there are also grid tables, and you do have additional table styles down here that you can choose from. What we're going to do is to go through, and we're going to choose this table. And if you now look at the document, your table is different, and you can go ahead and make edits to your table. You can put your data in. So I will type fruits, and you can use your tab key on your keyboard to move to the next column, and we are going to put vegetables, and then we just put food. Okay, so that's how you insert your table. You can edit your table, and to add data to your table, you put your cursor where you want to start typing. So if I don't want to type any fruits, but I want to type vegetable, then I have to click my cursor under vegetables, and then I will start I can start typing. You want to go back to fruits, you click your cursor in fruits, and you type, then you can type, you can move to food, and you do the same. So you can also use your directional arrows on your keyboard to move between your tables. So if you notice, even my directional arrow takes me on the outside, and then I can press enter and I have another row. So that's something that you can also do. Instead of using your mouse, you can use your directional key to move through your document. So you can either use your mouse to click anywhere in your document, or you can use your directional arrow from your keyboard to move around in your table. Using your directional arrow is really a quick and easy way to move around in your table. So practice to remember to think of your keyboard as your savior. If your mouse is not working, you're able to perform some of the same functions. So just remember that. All right. So we also want to insert chart into our document, right? So to insert a chart in your document, you're going to go back to the Insert tab. Then this is the chart icon, and what you're doing, you're going to add, you're going to click, and we have several different charts to choose from, and I'm going to choose the pie chart. Then we click OK, and my chart is loading. And there we have our chart in my document. With your chart, you also have your table that you can edit, and what you can do, you change the data. So we'll change this to 9. We're going to change this to 10. This is 11, and then we change this to 10. And if you notice, you see our chart, it's once you type in there, you actually see where your chart was changing. Um, we can do different edits here from here as well, but we can also right click to edit our data in our chart. If you choose to edit the data and the edit data, you can edit data in Excel, and Excel was the table that they just gave you, so that you could edit your edit the chart based on the information that you want to put in there. You can also change your chart color. So if you don't like the colors that are there, you can actually click to change them. And down here, you have your legend, and it tells you what color represents what quarter. So if you were to put your cursor and it says first quarter, and you have 21% sales because you had 9 sales, 12, which is 29%, and that's your fourth quarter, and you have your third quarter. So you use your legend as a guide to read your chart, to read the data in your chart. So that's what you do, right? And chart, inserting charts and table in your document kind of help your reader understand more clearly the information that you're presenting, and it's also, you know, add a nice balance to your document when you want to display certain data. So it's really nice to actually use chart. We're going to go back to Insert tab, and another option that we have is we can take a screenshot, and we can insert a screenshot into our document. So say we have an open document on our desk, we have another window open, and we want to include that window in our document that we're creating. So I have my resume template open. I can click, and you can see where my resume template is added to my document. So in order to do that, we're going to undo. So we go to this icon right here, and we can take the screenshot. So if I do the screenshot like this, or I can insert, so it's basically taking a screenshot of a window that you have open on the desktop. So that's basically what it's doing. And you click, and right there you can see that I have a document that is open on my computer, and you resize it based on what information you want to be shown. If you want to cut the edge of the document off, then that's, in that case, we're going to use crop, and you see where you have your indicators, and you can crop the document, because say you just want to show this section, so that's how you crop the section that you don't need. And this is the command that you use to remove anything that you do not need in your document. Okay, so, and you do have different options that you have here. So crop to shape, and so I want that shape, so that's what I'm going to do. So you actually can choose the shape, the desired shape that you're looking for when you're cropping your documents. And I like this option because it kind of it had it does add a little, you know, artistic design to your document, and it makes it a little bit fancy. So it's nice to use. Before we move on, I want to just give you a little tidbit about Microsoft Word as well. Here on our ribbon, we have a tell me um, option. And what the tell me does, anything that you don't understand how to do in Microsoft Word, you can tell it to do. Tell me um, how to, okay. So I need to click, I only had my cursor there, but I didn't click. How to create a table, for example. So there it shows you um, the options that are there, and right there it, you know, it tells you how to do different things. Okay, so if you need to learn how to do something, you can type in tell me, and it will show you how to perform that function. So you, once you're practicing and you think you get lost, you know, you can, there are little things that you can do to start to get back to where you were, and and continue what you were doing. Next, I want to show you how to insert a date and timestamp. So to insert a date and timestamp into your document, you're gonna click the date and timestamp icon right here. And this is what it looks like. You can, to, we first go to the insert tab, then we go over to insert date and time. Um, if you're not sure what an icon represents, you can just roll your mouse over the icon and or the title, and it will tell you what it actually represents. So this right here represents date and timestamp. And if today is 9/17/20, so you have different versions that you can choose from. You have you can choose the day, you can choose the date only, and you have different formats that you can choose. So whichever one you prefer, you can go ahead and choose it. So I want the time as well, and I want the hour, the minute, and the second, and I want the date. So I will go ahead and click that one, and I will do up. You check the update automatically box, and when you do that, every time you're doing a new document, it will be updated with the date and timestamp. If you don't want all your documents to be updated accordingly, you can deselect and it won't happen. So if I click OK, you can see that the date and timestamp appear on my in my document. So once you do that, you don't have to always remember to put the date and time into the document. And I think this is a very nice tool, you know, in Microsoft Word that we can use um, to quickly navigate, to quickly edit our document, and to know when a particular document was created. Right. The next thing I want to walk you through, I remember our last class, we went to bulleted list, and I was telling you how to do to insert bullets in your document, and we did it from the the ribbon tab, because that's, you know, that's an easy way to do it. But we also have, so to do bullets, so we right here, if we click this option, this is us creating a bulleted list, and this one allow us to create a numbered list. But we do have another way to create it. So if we were to click okay, so we're going to do shift number 8, shift number 8, and space, and it creates a bulleted list for you. And if you press enter, so shift number 8 space, and we're typing, click enter, and right there we have our bulleted list. You create your bulleted list, and if you notice, you were able to edit your list. So if, for example, that's how we create our bullet list, by shift, press the 8 key, and we press a space, and we're able to create a bulleted list. And should you want to create, to do a numbered list, we put 1, we put a period, and we click space, and right there we're able to create a numbered list. And we type, and then we can click enter, and we were able to get our numbered list. So to get the bulleted list, it's your shift number 8, which it gives you asterisk, and then you can start typing, and you press enter to go to the next, to get the next bullet point. And to get a numbered list, so this is numbered list, and this one is bulleted list. So that's the shortcut to get your bulleted list and your numbered list. And you don't have to use the options on the ribbon tab to actually get those. Another cool thing that I want to leave with you today. So if you're typing and you have to close your document, and you were in the middle of editing and you save and you have to leave your document, when you open your document, you can press shift then F5, and it takes you back to the last place you were in your document, so you can continue editing. So shift F5 returns you to the last place you were in your document before you before you close your document. So that's a quick shortcut for you to learn, and that you can use to get back to the location that you were before you closed your document. So thank you guys for tuning in again. My name is Nicola. I will see you soon. Bye.